you think you'll ever find Kate?
I will. I'll never believe that I'll never find her, so...
She'll cry.
Yes.
If you find her 10 years from now, she'll be a young woman almost.
Yes, but she'll still be Kate. She'll still be my little girl.
I was immediately intrigued. It was the first time that a McEwan novel had been muted for a television adaptation. And yes, it completely hit me in the solar plexus. And I think it would, regardless of circumstance, which happened to be that I was a father and about to be a new father, but for the second time. And this character was some way from other characters I'd played in recent times. And that appealed. That really appealed. So it was a great combination.
We should explain to people that the story opens with a man who's got a 4-year-old daughter and he's in the supermarket and he's just turned to pay and he turns back and she's vanished and she vanishes completely. He loses his child. It is about the worst possible thing that any young parent, and you've got young children, can imagine. Absolutely. And I think that'll strike a chord.
Ready, steady, go! Kate! Kate!
She's right there.
Where is she?
It's the immediacy and the seemingly innocent beginning of what unfolds as being a really extraordinarily horrific tragedy. It's the sort of thing that happens in the blink of an eye. It's almost violent in its suddenness. And then it's the end of that relationship. It's the end of a child's presence in the world, in this character's world, the father and mother's world, and it's just shattering. It's every parent's worst nightmare, I think, as you said. And how do you possibly live your life after something like that? That is one of the questions the film asks. That's exactly what the book asks, and it's about how this man goes through the process of grief with his wife and how they go on very separate journeys and how that splits them asunder. Their relationship was a very loving, intimate one, and the child was a product of that loving intimacy.
So how did you manage to turn right instead of left?
Disorientated by my fall.
And how did you manage to fall?
I was running because I thought I'd seen her. There was a girl in a yellow raincoat. I turned the corner out of the station and she went towards the village, so I followed her.
You followed her?
I'm an idiot. Still looking for her.
Now, you have been compared to Olivier. You've been compared as one of our great, great actors. Do you think if Larry Olivier was around now, he'd be doing Doctor Strange? Enormous Hollywood franchise, yes. Vast CGI effects, extraordinary effects in the cinema.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, he would. Why not? You know, these are extraordinary characters, and there is an element of Shakespeare. There's a wonderful idea, especially in the sort of episodic enormity of these characters and the arc that they go on in this Marvel Cinematic Universe iteration of the comic world, I should say. And yeah, they come with fantastic challenges. And you know, well, Olivier, as an example, was a very physical actor. These are very physically demanding roles, whether it's stunt work or wire work. Cloak's pretty heavy, by the way, pretty heavy. So, you know, all those things, the dressing up elements of it, I think he would have revelled in. And the scale of these characters and the scale of the stories, they're wonderful canvases to act on. You gave us a fantastic Hamlet. Is there another Shakespearean role that you'd love to do? You're too young for Lear, clearly, so you can't choose a while
Lear.
off, I hope, yet. Yeah, they say having children ages you, but I don't think, yeah, hopefully that one's still a few years off. Gosh, I don't know. I wouldn't like to say it here and now. I've been very lucky, and Hamlet was the only bucket list I had, and bucket list is putting it in a bit of a sort of trad way.
All is not well. Where is your son? foul deeds will rise. My offense is rank. Though all the earth o'erwhelm them to men's eyes.
Hamlet, thou hast cleft my heart in twain.
I flirted with the part a couple of times previously in my life, so it was already in my.
You'd make a very
my
interesting
mind.
Prospero, I think.
Well, there you go. But again, I think a man near the end of his story rather than in the middle, which I guess is what I'm careering towards now.
Let's hope so. Benedict Cumberbatch, thank you very much
Thank you,
indeed for
Andrew.
talking
Lovely
to
to
us.
see you
Thanks
again.
a lot.
Thank
Cheers.
you.